Alright, so you're feeling sad, right? Either you may not know why, or you just need a little reminder as to why. That's what I want to talk about today. Because I feel like the solution to feeling more happier, or more content at least with life, they're fairly simple. We just have to do them. And the first one would be to stop listening to sad music. Now you may be saying, Rudy, that's just music, man. Why do I need to stop listening to it? It's just music. Well, music conveys certain emotions. Music makes you feel certain emotions. You know that all too well. When you listen to an upbeat song, when you listen to a fucking drill rap, when you listen to sad music, what do they make you feel? They make you feel emotions. Some of them make you feel happy, nostalgic, sad, excited, thrilled. All these fucking emotions, man. So music does convey emotion. And music brings out emotion within you. And depending on the type of music you listen to, that'll depend on how you feel. And some of y'all might be like me, where you think it's just music though, I don't actually feel sad. And if that were true, why is that the first song you always pick? Why not pick a different song that makes you feel better? If it's just music, then there should be no problem with you changing the type of music you listen to. That's just a little tip that I found, that when I stop listening to sad music all the time, you don't focus on the bad stuff as much. Because a lot of people tend to focus on the bad stuff way too often, and that causes them to want to listen to sad music so their emotions can come out. Change the type of music you listen to. Change to more upbeat, more lifting, more music with meaning. Music that has a story to it, that has a meaning behind it. That would be a lot better than just listening to sad music all the time. And just how music affects how you feel, guess what? Point number 2, the type of friends you hang around with. Now, if you're always hanging around with sad people, people who have nothing in their life going on, people who maybe have been through shit and they're still struggling with that, I'm not saying they're bad people, right? We all been through shit. But if you're not striving to change your life, to at least change how you feel, to have a better future, you can't change the past. The past is in the past, right? But that's it. The past is in the past. You gotta let it go. Or at least start growing out of it. You can't keep reflecting on the past. And same thing with your friends. If all they do is remind you about your past, or when you look at them, you're like, damn, they're just like me. They're sad, they're unmotivated. You know what? Maybe that's why we're friends. Then maybe you should consider getting new friends. And you might be scared because you think that maybe the new friends that you want, they have something going on for themselves and you don't. Man, I can guarantee you that I had a friend who came up to me who was sad as fuck, who didn't do shit, who wasn't doing shit with his life, and he told me, hey Rudy, I want to start going to the gym, or I want to start changing my sleeping habits, I want to start eating better. Guess what? I would gladly help him. Because it makes me happy that somebody wants to do something about themselves, man. They want to change their environment, they want to change their life situation, and they're putting in the work. All too often, we often have a lot of friends that all they do is either drink, smoke, party, degenerate lifestyles, man. If you really think about it, they're doing all of that, 1, because of the people they're surrounded with, but 2, to try and numb the pain that they probably went through. And a lot of the friends that I have that either drink or smoke or do any other type of drug, they've all been through shit, and I feel for them. But in my opinion, they're taking the easy way out. Because all that shit, drugs and alcohol and any other form of trying to forget your problems, that you're just putting a band-aid on an open wound. It's like you getting shot in the stomach and you're putting a band-aid over it. You're gonna slowly die of blood loss, and it'll slowly kill you. Because the fact that you're not addressing the problem at the root cause means that the problems are always gonna be there, and they're gonna be on top of what you already have to deal with. Because life is full of problems. And if you have problems within yourself, which you're always gonna have, as a matter of fact, you're always gonna have. But if you're not striving to be on top of them, as best as you can, you don't need to be 100%, best as you can, and brother, you're gonna have a really tough life. Get closer to people who are trying to do something with their life, improve their life, and strive towards something. Whether it be in the gym, in their studies, in a career, just somebody who wants to do something, man. Do that. I'm telling you this from personal experience. Before I had the friends that I have now, I had friends that wouldn't do shit but party, do drugs, and drink alcohol. And I'll tell you, they were one of the most saddest people I've ever met. And I feel for them. And guess what? To this day, they're still doing that. And I hope one day they realize that that ain't getting them nowhere. Get a buddy that you can go to the gym with. Get a buddy that can help you study. Get a buddy who can help you look for jobs. Get somebody who pushes you. You need a friend always there to push you, and for you to push your friend as well. You need somebody by your side like that. Whether it be a sibling or a friend or a cousin, a family member. Doesn't matter. You need somebody to push you. Especially those who can't stay on track by themselves. There are some of you out there who can do everything on their own. But most of you out there can't. And that's okay. That's why you should try and look for friends out there to help you out. To help you keep you in check. To help you strive after your goals. I'm here to tell you that having sad friends, having friends who have nothing going for them, won't get you anywhere, man. If they're trying to change their life too, that's one thing. But if they're just staying where they're at and they want you to stay there with them, get the fuck out of there, man. And that's the other thing too. You are the 5 most people you hang around with. So think about it. If you're the 5 most people you hang around with, you're gonna be around people who just do degenerate shit. Guess what? You're gonna be a degenerate as well. If you hang around people who love to go to the gym, love to work out, love to take care of themselves, guess what? You're gonna be encouraged to take care of yourself as well. If you're hanging around people who want to strive in their career, guess what? They'll encourage you to do the same. Think about it, man. You're the sum of the 5 most people you hang around with. And we all know that, yet we still choose to hang around with the people who have nothing going for them. Because it's easy. It's easy being a degenerate with people, who are already degenerates. But you know what's not easy? Pushing yourself. Killing this version of you and making a new version of yourself. That's not easy. And neither is making those type of friends that'll help you get there. But guess what? Once you do, once you get out of your comfort zone, once you try to find those friends, you're gonna wish you did that sooner, man. Reason number 3, you're stuck in a bad environment. What do I mean by that? I mean that the environment you're in, your household, right? For me, I'm lucky that my household changed over the years. Because before I wasn't as calm or as peaceful as it is now. And the environment does play a huge factor in how you feel as well. If you're always surrounded by people who put you down, that will affect you mentally. Another thing, if you're inside all the time, believe it or not, we're fucking human. We evolved from being in the fucking wilderness to being indoors all the time. We evolved from being outside all day to being inside all day because we have the luxury to. That's crazy to me that a lot of people won't even leave their house for more than 2 hours a day, or unless they gotta go to work, but even then they're probably stuck inside the whole day. That's sad to me, man. Change your environment up. Stop trying to always be in your room where you always feel depressed, where you always feel sad, where you always have bad things happen. Get out of your room. Go outside, go touch grass, go on a hike, man. I haven't been on a hike in a while, but last weekend my friend invited me, and man, did that shit feel good. I don't know, just something for me at least. Walking in the woods just feels right to me. It feels calming, it feels peaceful. I feel at ease. I know my problems don't go away once I go on a walk, but guess what? My mood changes, and look forward to my problems. Look forward to solving my problem. That's the problem with a lot of the generation now. We don't go outside as often, and that affects us a lot. So change your environment. Stop staying inside all the time. Go outside more, and find people that can join you along the way. Number 4 kind of goes with number 1, which is careful of the type of shit you consume. We all heard about that study that said if you think about a red car when you go out on a drive, guess what? You'll notice them a lot more often than if you didn't. Because your brain picks and chooses what it wants to hear, right? If it's always negative, you're going to go after the negative news stories, and all the positive ones, they won't even affect you. You won't even care for them. Because that's just natural. Your brain wants to survive. It wants to know what's going on, all the negative stuff, which is fair, right? But you also need to look at the positive. Not everything in life is negative, but with everything going on in the world, man, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much power you have. You can't control things that are outside of your control. But what you can't control is you. That's what you can. You can control your actions. You can control what you're doing right now. So be careful the type of media you consume, because that can affect your mindset greatly. Instead of always listening to the news stories or everything, yeah, catch up on the news here and there. But don't do it daily, because you're just feeding into that negativity in your mind, man. Feed some positive informational videos on how you can improve your life, on how you can do better, especially about what you can do in your situation. Because I'm telling you, there's only so much you can do. And for number 5, it's a very important one. You got to realize that getting a partner won't fix you. If anything, it'll make you worse. Why? Because you already have problems in your life, right? You already have things you haven't been able to solve. Now imagine that on another person. Depending on your partner, you're either gonna both blame each other for everything, 'cause you can't solve your own problems, neither of you. So you throw all your anger out at your partner, and they throw their anger out at you. And guess what? That goes nowhere. Even though they might be a great person, they don't know how to solve their problem. So either way, you should already love yourself before you even get into a relationship. If you want that shit to last long. If you just want a one night stand, then by all means go do what you want. But for me, I want a meaningful relationship, and I know that means I gotta learn to love myself first before I can go into a relationship. How did I come to find that out? Because I realized that I was always putting my happiness into another person's hands. The way I felt was because of another person. And you can't do that shit. People are unreliable. No matter who the person is, we're human. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna make mistakes. It's inevitable. So if you choose to put your happiness or your well-being into somebody else's hands, you lose complete control. And some people even realize that, and they'll take advantage of you. That's how you get the people that get walked on all the time. People that say yes to whatever because they don't want to seem like the bad guy. No boundaries. More importantly, a relationship won't fix you. A relationship won't make you happy. A relationship won't change who you are. Because if you want to change who you are, if you want to be content and at peace with where you're at, you got to be content with yourself first. Because if you're not, you're always going to be sad. And with a partner, that's just somebody to be sad with. And if anything, they might take advantage of you too, which if they know how you are. Yeah, if you love yourself, then you set boundaries on what you can and can't do. If you communicate with them, you become better at communicating how you feel and how you're going to work your problems out. Because problems are always going to arise in a relationship. You think getting into a relationship is easy? There's not going to be any problems like in the movies? Man, that's fucking bullshit. And if you're really young watching this and you're going on TikTok, on Instagram, social media, seeing all these cute couples, all these perfect couples, man, that's fucking bullshit. I can guarantee you, go up to your mom and dad right now if you have them. If you have them in your life, be blessed. If you have them, go up to them and ask them, hey mom and dad, how's your marriage been? Has it always been perfect? Have you always been on the same page? Have you always been happy? And they'll tell you no. If they're real parents, they'll tell you no. I can guarantee you there's not one relationship on this earth that is 100% happy all the time, that has no problems. So quit thinking that a relationship will fix you. Quit thinking that it'll solve all your problems. It won't. Your problems come within you, and you gotta solve your own problems first before you can go ahead and solve another person's problems as well. So solve your problems first. Learn to love yourself first. Learn to respect yourself first, and then get into a relationship. And then you're more careful on the type of person you want to be in a relationship with, because now you know your values, you know what you bring to the table. And if somebody can't respect that, then respectfully let them go. Because at that point, you're not looking for someone who just loves you. You're looking for someone who shares the same ideas, similar values as you, has similar future plans as you. All these things that matter. So yeah, there's so much more I can talk about. I just wanted to talk about those 5 right now because I realized that too many youngins have the wrong idea. Or maybe you all knew this stuff already, but you just needed a reminder. Because we all need a reminder from time to time. Because we slip up, we go off track. But this video, if you already knew every single thing, which I highly doubt you have, especially if you're a sad person, all you think about is being sad. I know, because I was a sad person, man. That's all I would ever think about. I decided to do something about it, day by day, little by little, and I pulled myself out of there with the help of my friends and family. That's why I'm telling you, the type of media you consume, the type of people you're around with, the environment that you're in, learning to love yourself, and learning that a relationship will never fix you. Those points are the ones that helped me get out of there faster. They made me understand that I need to do something about it. If I put it in anybody else's hands, they're gonna fuck it up and make me even worse. So I need to put it in my hands. That way, if I fuck it up, I know what to do to not be there anymore. So put this matter into your own hands. Pick yourself up. I believe in you all. Remember, don't like, don't subscribe. Comment down below on what you think. or any more reasons I didn't mention today, because I'm telling you, there's 100 reasons, man. I just want to pick these 5 today because they're the ones that help me out the most. And I know at least one of you watching this needed to hear that. Excuse the bed here too, I just woke up. But before I wanted to go out, I wanted to make this video, man. Be a little productive. I'm proud of you all. Keep going. Take action. Go get the work done. And I'll catch y'all soon.